Do you ever feel like there's just not enough time in the day? And by the end of it, you're just completely burned out? Top CEOs know something that you don't. Hi, my name is Mario Lanzarotti, business advisor and mindset coach. I've worked with hundreds of CEOs all over the world, and they all have this one way of managing their time that allows them to get more done, be more productive, and they never seem to break a sweat. In this video, I'm going to show you their secret on how you can manage your time, get more done, and don't burn out in the process. Let's dive in. First of all, let's take a look at what most people are doing wrong when it comes to time management. Number one is they try to cram as many tasks as possible into the day, which leads to a great level of frustration because nobody can get all these tasks done all the time. And that frustration just breeds more dissatisfaction, which at the end of it fuels more burnout. The second thing is that so many people don't make time for their personal life. I want you to think like a CEO. The CEO mindset shift that I'm talking about starts with prioritizing your personal life before your professional life. That means that you have non-negotiable time blocks for things such as family, hobbies, taking care of your health, your spiritual connection, and whatever is part of your personal life. You want to prioritize that and put it into your calendar so it gets done. That doesn't mean that most of your day is spent here. It just means that you're using that non-negotiable time to continuously charge your batteries, because that's what you need as a CEO. You need the battery so you can make smart decisions. And that leads me to the next thing, and that is this idea that more tasks equal more success. This couldn't be further from the truth. You look for the one thing that you can do that triggers 5 to 10 other things. You look for a bigger lever. Having more leverage allows you to create more momentum. So as a CEO, you want to find the 20% that move the 80% in your business. This is also the Pareto principle. If you really identify what are the 20% of the tasks that you should be focusing your time on that are already generating 80% of your output. So a CEO thinks of time as a valuable resource. And whatever you focus your time on will multiply. You only have so much time. Your time is a very precious resource that you need to start using intentionally. That may be tricky because you may be surrounded by people wearing the busy badge. They post their incredibly full calendar on Twitter, Slack, or on LinkedIn. But if you're focused on being busy, you're not focused on leading. You're not focused on being a CEO. People that are constantly busy, they are going to crash. I work with people like that all the time before they make their shift from overwhelmed founder to effective CEO. Now, I want to share something with you that's going to help you save thousands of dollars in consulting fees. I'm going to share an Excel file with you that you can also download. If you go into the description of this video, you can download the Excel. While I'm working on it, you can start filling it in yourself. All right. The first place we want to start is, what are your non-negotiable habits? These are things about your personal life. Time with your spouse, kids, time with family, time with friends, gym, meditation, prayer, time in nature, guilt-free leisure time. These are activities like playing video games, going to the movies, whatever rocks your boat. But this is guilt-free time. This is the kind of time you want to schedule into your calendar first. Ideally, on a Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning, when you have some quiet time, you sit down and plan out the week and schedule this in. Remember, priority does not mean quantity. So time with your spouse doesn't have to happen every evening. It could be once or twice a week. You want to be intentional with this, but this keeps the fuel in your business going and keeps you growing. That's why it has to be number one. Number two, you want to perform an energy audit. This is bedtime. Wake up. Okay, so between waking up and going to bed, what does your energy look like? You want to find out where are your energy lows and where are your energy highs. If you're an early morning person like myself, you probably have a lot of energy in the first half of your day. towards the afternoon, you maybe go into a slump, or maybe if you've had a heavy lunch, which I don't recommend, then after lunch, your energy sort of drops. This is really important that for the next week or so, you review what your energy levels look like throughout the day, because this will be crucial. Essentially, the point why you want to do this is not every task in your business requires the same amount of energy. This is why so many people procrastinate, because lead generation, reaching out to people like cold DMs on LinkedIn or Twitter is a difficult thing for you to do, or sales is really tough for you for whatever reason. And then you put that into the afternoon because you want to get that as far away as possible. Now you have low energy for a difficult task, which means you are very likely to procrastinate that, because it's harder for you to do things when you have lower energy. Number 3, you want to identify needle movers, right? Focus on 3 to maximum 5 needle movers that you focus on throughout the week. Now, since I don't know you personally, I can't give you the exact needle movers for your business. You're going to have to figure that out. But if you are somewhat at the point where you're still doing things yourself, then the number one thing for you as a needle mover is client fulfillment, because you want to make sure that when you're starting out, that people are getting extraordinary results, because that will make sure you're getting great testimonials and also you're getting constant referrals. The next thing you want to continue to focus on is lead generation. Right? Lead generation and sales often goes hand in hand, but these are the biggest needle movers. And then you work on operations, creating SOPs, creating team structures and compensation models. Maybe you work on your operational flow, client fulfillment, and then at the end of it, you do content. Once you understand what these needle movers are, and again, as I said, they're going to change throughout time for you, you want to now associate energy required to those specific tasks. So let's say client fulfillment for you right now takes up most of your energy. At some point, when you want to scale the business forward, you no longer do client fulfillment. So that thing falls away. So you want to know what your needle moves are and then ruthlessly delegate and automate so that you only focus on those needle movers and everything else is not part of your business. But once you know the required energy level, now you go and apply it, add it to your schedule and test it. Make sure this is all filled out. So 6 a.m. you're going to wake up, let's say pray and meditate. And the next thing you're going to do is gym. Your day is already planned because you've done that the day before. Let's say the most difficult for you thing right now is client fulfillment. And let's say for that, you take up 3 hours. In between, naturally, you want to have breaks. When you add this to your Google Calendar, I recommend that after every hour, you do a 5 to 10 minute break. Then you go further. Let's just say here you have lunch. And then maybe the next hardest thing for you is sales. You're taking sales calls here. And then you go to lead generation, right? This is when you're reaching out. And then you do 2 hours of reaching out, and then you work on your business operations for maybe an hour, and then you have another hour of content. And let's say this is time with spouse, maybe 2 hours, and then here read a book, right? And then you go to bed. So this is what a day could look like for you. But what I recommend, make it yours. Obviously, I'm giving you a generic thing. Add it into your Google Calendar or whatever calendar that you're using and schedule it out for the entire week. Then on the next Sunday or Saturday, you review the week, do an audit again. You say, what worked well for me? What didn't work well for me? What can I improve upon? What can I remove? So you do this consistently for a month and it will give you a great overview of what the needle movers are, how much energy is required, when you're supposed to work on those. This is how you find your own unique way rather than listen to some generic guru advice. And this is what's truly allowing you to manage your time and master your time like a CEO. So there we have it. Now you have the mindset and the tool to really master your time like a top CEO. If you truly want to transform your business in the next 6 months, click this video right here and I'll show you how. See you in the next video. Peace out.